Hello, everyone, and welcome to another session, a live session of ODA Class. Today, we are going to be talking about conjunctions. In our last video, we started this conversation about conjunctions and learned about coordinating conjunctions. Today, I will be teaching you about the other two types of conjunctions. Students, my name is Mitali Joshi, and I am an English master teacher here at ODA Class. I have been teaching for more than 3 years, and I am very happy and excited that I get to be here with all of you. I have a degree in computer science and engineering from Ohio State University, and I really enjoy teaching, which is why I'm here teaching all of you. So, like I said last time as well, conjunctions are words that are used to link other words, phrases, or clauses. Now, we started our conversation with coordinating conjunctions, and I taught you the 7 different coordinating conjunctions. I also told you an amazing acronym that will help you remember all of these conjunctions. That acronym is called fanboys. So we only have 7 coordinating conjunctions. And in the last video, we spoke about all 7 of these. We did lots of examples on all of these. So for those of you who want to learn about coordinating conjunctions, you can go check out that video. Like I said, in today's video, we will talk about correlative and subordinating conjunctions. Let's start off with correlative conjunctions. So correlative conjunctions are used to show how two words or phrases in a sentence relate to each other. Now, the amazing thing about these conjunctions is that they always come in pairs. You all may know lots of these conjunctions, but in today's class, we are only going to be focusing on these 4, right? We will talk about either or, neither nor, not only but also, and such that. So I will tell you the uses of each of these, and same as last time, we will do an example where you get to see how it is used. And in the second example, I will show you 2 sentences or clauses depending on the conjunction, and we will learn how to use that conjunction to combine the 2 sentences. Starting off with either or, as you might have guessed, these are used to show a choice or an option. Same as when we just used or in our last video in coordinating conjunctions, we can also use either or. For example, we can either hike up the mountain or go for a swim in the lake. So it's clear here that the either or conjunction is being used to show a choice or an option. Let's take one more example. Here we have, you can join the drama club, you can join the sports club. So technically, if you just say it this way, it makes sense. But we can make our sentence more concise and therefore our writing or our communication more effective when we use this conjunction. So let's take this example. You can either join the drama club or the sports club. Much more concise and much more effective than saying 2 different sentences that mean the exact same thing. So let's move on to our second conjunction for today. We have neither nor. Where either or is used to show a choice or an option, neither or is used when there is a negative choice or to talk about 2 negative things. What does that mean? To talk about 2 things that are both untrue. For example, I can neither play the piano nor the guitar. Let's take one more example. I enjoy neither watching movies nor do I enjoy watching TV. So another example where there are 2 negatives, but there is also a sort of an option here, which is where we use neither nor. For example, his mother did not come to the meeting. His father did not come to the meeting. So here, once again, we use our conjunction to make our sentence a lot more concise. Neither his mother nor his father came to the meeting. So you see how instead of saying 2 sentences, we are going to combine them to just say 1. So moving on to our third conjunction for today, we have not only but also. Now, not only but also is used in a very different way than our first 2 conjunctions. Not only but also is used to emphasize that both are true. What does that mean? It used to emphasize both parts of the sentence are true. For example, this car is not only economical, but also feels great to drive. Now, why do we use this? It's because we want to emphasize that both these things are true. Like, wow, so this car is not only economical, but it also feels great to drive. So you might expect one of them to be true, but wait, let me tell you, it's both of these. So, one more example. She forgot my birthday. She didn't even apologize for forgetting. So here, once again, we are trying to emphasize this, right? So not only did she forget my birthday, but she also did not apologize for forgetting. So here we see the emphasis. Not only did she forget my birthday, but she also did not apologize. Students, you also might notice that here, since we have used not only at the very beginning of the sentence, we have switched the places of our verb and our pronoun, or our verb and our subject. So this is something that you have to make note of if you are using not only but also. So moving on to our last conjunction for right now, we have such that, which is used to show reason. What does that mean? It was such a cold afternoon that we had to stop playing. So this shows a reason. Why did we stop playing? Because it was such a cold afternoon that we couldn't continue playing. One more example. She was an amazing cook. She won over even the pickiest of eaters. So she was such an amazing cook that she won over even the pickiest of eaters. Once again, showing reason, right? Why did she pick up the pickiest of eaters? How did she win them over? With her amazing cooking. Now, we have done 4 correlative conjunctions. So let's move on to our subordinating conjunctions for now. Subordinating conjunctions are used to connect a dependent clause with an independent clause. Now, some of you might know what these are, but some of you may not. So let me give you a quick short introduction on dependent and independent clauses. Starting off with independent clauses because you all already know these. So independent clauses express a complete thought. So they contain both the subject as well as the predicate. What does this mean? It means that independent clauses are full sentences. And it means that they express the entire thought that is meant to be conveyed. What about dependent clauses, though? As the name might suggest, they do not express a complete thought, right? On their own, they are not a complete sentence, which is why they depend on the independent clauses to form the complete idea. So, on their own, dependent clauses do not entirely make sense. But when you add the dependent clause to an independent clause, it's used to form the complete idea. So, subordinating conjunctions have lots of uses. In today's lesson, I will focus on these 3, right? Firstly, to show a cause and effect relationship. Second, we have relationships of time. There are also relationships of place, which I will talk about separately. And lastly, we will learn the ones that are used to show relationships of comparison. Now, starting off with our cause and effect subordinating conjunctions. Once again, while coordinating conjunctions are only 7, both correlative as well as subordinating have lots of examples. In today's lesson, I will focus on these 4. We have because, as, since, and though. And same as last class, I will be taking 2 examples. The first one where you get to see where it is used and how it is used. And in the second, we get to use the conjunctions together. So let's see this. I cannot eat this chocolate because I am allergic to nuts. So you see here the cause and effect relationship that we get to see. Because. Why can I not eat this chocolate? It's because I am allergic to nuts. We can actually use another conjunction here, which is as. I cannot eat this chocolate as I am allergic to nuts. So once again, subordinating conjunctions, a lot of them are interchangeable. What does that mean? It means that we can use multiple conjunctions in the same sentence and they will convey the entire meaning. Let's take another example. We have, I found today's homework very difficult. I was not paying attention in class. Students, I hope this is not you. So I found today's homework very difficult because I was not paying attention in class. So I'm sure this happens to some of you, but I hope that it does not happen to most of you. But here, once again, we could be using another subordinating conjunction. For example, as. As I was not paying attention in class, I found today's homework very difficult. So the point of this, students, is for you to notice that subordinating conjunctions are plenty interchangeable. You can use one or the other, and they can both make sense in the sentence. Now, moving on to our second use for subordinating conjunctions, which is to depict relationships of time. We will talk about these 5 today: as soon as, while, when, before, and after. Now, some of these are pretty self-explanatory, like before and after. I'm sure that you have used all of these before in your writings, or you have come across them in your readings. Let's start off with this one. Call me as soon as you wake up. So you see, as soon as, it shows a relationship of time. I want you to call me as soon as you wake up. Once again, interchangeability. Call me when you wake up. So both of these work. One of them just shows more of an urgency than the other. So taking our second example, Rita finished her chores. I was sleeping. Rita finished her chores while I was sleeping. So you see here another relationship of time. In this case, our conjunction while shows a simultaneous action going on. So Rita finished her chores for the day while I was sleeping. Unlike before and after. So both before and after talk about consecutive actions, something that happened before or something that happened after. On the other hand, while is used to depict simultaneous actions. Moving on and taking another example, here we have, we can go to the park, it stops raining. Now for this particular example, I have 3 conjunctions for you that can all work. We can go to the park when it stops raining. We can go to the park as soon as it stops raining. We can go to the park after it stops raining. If there are some more that could work, students, you can put them in the comment. So tell me, we can go to the park when it stops raining. Once again, here, this shows more of a consecutive action, right? This is not a simultaneous action, it's a consecutive one. One thing happens, then the other thing will happen. So we can go to the park as soon as or after, once, when it stops raining. So we have a relationship of time where it's showing one thing after the other. Now, let's talk about our last type or last use of subordinating conjunctions for today. We have relationships of comparison, right? Here I will talk about 4 of these conjunctions. We have rather than, instead of, whether, and although. Once again, I'm sure that all of you know at least instead of and although. You might also know whether and rather than. It's amazing if you do. If not, that's okay. Let's learn together. She woke up early. She reached work late. So you see here slightly contrasting ideas. You would expect that if she woke up early, that she would reach work on time. But no. So we say, although she woke up early, she reached work late. So here there's a comparison and there's also a contrast at the same time. Another example, even though she woke up early, she reached work late. So you see here, students, there is a comparison and a little bit of a contrast being made in this example. So let's take one more. I am confused. I should go out or not. Now, once again here, we have a comparison. We have a contrast. So I am confused. whether I should go out or not. Now, I hope that you all can recognize that there is one more conjunction in this sentence, which is or. This one, if you all remember, is our coordinating conjunction, which is used to show a choice or an option. So in this particular sentence, we are actually using two different conjunctions, which forms a complex sentence. Moving on to a few examples now. We have learned about 4 correlative conjunctions and also quite a few subordinating conjunctions. So I want you all to use all of this information and solve some questions with me. Here's our first question. Jerry needs to go to the doctor. He is sick. What do you think is going to be used here? What is our sentence trying to convey? Now, so that you've all noticed that we are trying to convey a cause and effect relationship, which means that we want to use one of our subordinating conjunctions. Here, there's 2 examples. Jerry needs to go to the doctor because he is sick. If you remember, students, because is one of our subordinating conjunctions that we use to show the cause and effect relationship. Another one of them was since. Since Jerry is sick, he needs to go to the doctor. So cause and effect, subordinating conjunctions, lots of examples. Let's take one more now. She was late. She forgot her backpack at home. What do we think we are trying to convey in this particular example, students? I'll give you a second to think about it. So here, our sentence is trying to emphasize that both of these things are true. What we want to do is use a conjunction that shows that she was late and she forgot her backpack at home, which is why we will use not only was she late, but she also forgot her backpack at home. So this is used, like I said, to kind of add on to show, oh, both of these are true. So here we have an example for not only and but also. Moving on to a third question, we have you go out now, you wait for me to come back home. So what do you think we're trying to show here, students? So we are trying to show a choice or an option, which is why we will use either or. Either you go out now or you wait for me to come back home. So there's a choice being shown and it is a positive choice, which is why we use either and or. Complete your work, you go home. Now, I'm sure that a lot of you have heard this before in school or in your tuition classes. So what do you think is going to be our conjunction that we should use here? Here we want to show a relationship of time, right? Which is why we will use our conjunction before. Complete your work before you go home. We could have also done, you can go home after you complete your work. Notice, students, in both situations, we are trying to show consecutive actions and not simultaneous actions. And now, talking about a quick summary of what we have done in today's lesson. We first talked about conjunctions. We continued the conversation from last week, and we learned that conjunctions are words that are used to join two words, phrases, or clauses. We learned about correlative conjunctions, which always come in pairs, and they are used to link or to join equal parts of the sentence. What does it mean, equal parts? It means either two words or two phrases or two clauses. Because subordinating conjunctions, on the other hand, are used to connect two unequal parts of the sentence. What does that mean? It means they connect one dependent clause to an independent clause. Quick summary as well, dependent clauses do not make sense on their own. They are missing either the subject or the predicate. What does that mean? It means that they need and they are dependent on our independent clauses to form a complete sentence, and to convey the entire meaning of what it's trying to say. Now, I know that you have all enjoyed learning with me today, and you want to continue this journey of learning with me and amazing teachers like me. And for that reason, I want to introduce you to an amazing course that we have curated just for you, which starts on this Monday. It's going to be a week-long course. You will have class from Monday through Saturday. You will have 3 maths as well as 3 science classes. And lastly, you will have your own personal teacher. Your mentor teacher or your personal teacher is kind of like your friend. So when you have doubts, when our students have questions in the lessons or in the homeworks, they come running to their mentor teachers for help. And we are always available to help out our lovely students. Now, lastly, we also have homeworks and tests on the app. Even when you're a part of just the bridge course, which is our week-long course, you will have daily homeworks as well as 2 tests that you will have to take. And you will also receive PDF books. So you will receive modules that you can go through for each of your lessons. Whatever you're learning in the bridge course, you will receive a module for it. So you can do some extra practice, you can do some extra questions and understand everything even better. Now, for those of you who are ready to enroll in the bridge course, you can click on the link here in the description box below, and you can go ahead and make the payment, which is for only rupees 29, and you will receive a call on Monday from your mentor teacher who will explain to you the entire process of the bridge course. Thank you all, and download our ODA app so that you can win lots of coins, which you can also redeem in the ODA Mall. If you have seen my last video, you already know about the ODA Mall. It's a place where you can redeem all of your ODA coins to win exciting gifts like cell phones, smartwatches, and smart water bottles as well. Now, thank you all students for being here today. You can like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you have enjoyed learning with me and want to continue learning with me. Thank you. Bye.